I'm your host, Logan93. You're joining me for Heist, Monaco, Chapter 14. Hope we didn't get dressed up for nothing. The sun rises on the day of the royal wedding. Eris and Rye greet you in the common room of the headquarters. Morning, sunshine. There's coffee on the counter and millions of dollars worth of jewels at the palace. Well then, let's see about both. Wouldn't want to keep Ansel waiting, would we? The crew is, they're all prepping, but you should check in on them. Yeah, get a gauge of their trust and morale. It's normal for anyone to be shook on the day of the job. Oh? What about you two? Do you trust me? Ryan and Air sure look and then smile at you. We've been down since day one, John. Yeah, thought that was obvious. But once this job is over, crewmates need solidarity to defend each other and vouch for each other. Keep our story straight. What happens at the wedding comes down to skill and planning, but what happens after, that all depends on trust. You're about to hear if each of your teammates currently trusts in you and your plan. The level of trust determines which ending each character will see in the final chapter of the book. Everyone better trust me or I'm killing them. I mean, what? You find Miranda sitting in the front of a mirror and steal a moment to broach the subject. Do I trust you? Darling, I adore you. Do you have any idea how boring my schedule would be without you? Across the room, you find Edison laying out a set of lockpicks and stop to chat. You have to ask? China plates, you and I. And that's a good thing? Yes, it means they don't want to break one another. You've done right by me, so if you need me, I'm here. You find Samira hard at work at the computer terminal when you ask to talk. Of course I trust you, John. The dark wings of justice will be your ally until the bitter end. Plus, everyone on the team is so sweet. It's such a good work environment. I love her. I seriously do. Off by the far wall, you find Lena shadowboxing and approach to talk. You serious? That's a no-brainer. You've proven yourself. No need to get sappy about it, but yeah, I'd take you in a corner any day. I'll take you in a corner too. I mean, what? You walk over to a corner where you find Tilly, deep in thought, pulling on a pair of leather driving gloves. John, I think you're great and all, but after this job, I gotta look out for myself. Who's gonna take care of my fur babies if I don't? She's lacking in trust. Really, Tilly? Really, Tilly. I like that rhyme. You regroup with Ryan Eris as the rest of the crew starts to convene. Briefing time, fearless leader. One last chance to rally the troops. Maybe you want to say a few words? This is your last chance to raise a crew of your trust. Unlock this special scene to inspire all your crew members to trust you and get each of their best endings in the book finale. Yeah, no, everybody trusts me except for Tilly, which... And here you were my southern girl, okay? You were my waifu, so for southern. Okay? You, Tilly. I want to get right to business. We don't have much time. These jewels won't steal themselves. Really, Tilly? Like, I just don't even know what to say about that. You gather your crew around the setup of monitors. Now then, let's run through the plan. We're stealing from the wedding of Barrett Carlyle and Princess Margaret of Monaco. Miranda and I will be walking through the front door using cover identities that Samira set up for us. And as planned, you won't be on the security watch list. I've already switched out our info for those of unsuspecting guests. Short of running face-to-face with Hansel and Sonia, no one should recognize you. And what about the rest of us? You hacker. Samira will need to get you patched into the security network. Sure, but the network is closed. I need to connect physically on the site. There are only 2 places to do that. So unless you want to stroll into the main security office, which is tactically unwise. Then you'll have to use the external access panel on the north side of the building. Much preferred. Edison, you're going to enter through the back with Rye and Eris. We've arranged some cover identities as event and kitchen staff. There is part of a plan that involves you curling up into a small space. Is that alright with you, Edison? Look me in the eyes, Eris. Do I seem like a contortionist type? No, sir. I can do it, but neither myself nor my spine will be happy. Yeah, that'll do. Let's speak to you. Dilly, I want you outside in the car, engine running. Stay ready. Can't wait for the final getaway. But what am I supposed to do until then? Twiddle my thumbs? I don't know, maybe I can check Twitter or watch Twitch. I hear there's this really awesome guy called Locum23 on it. So glad you asked, right? Tilly, have you heard of Blind Man's Chariot? Is that when you put moonshine and pop rocks in a Capri Sun? And I want her trust. Really? What? No. Then no. I'll explain it on the way. Your muscle. Lena, you'll be on site at security. You'll be our inside woman. Not my first time behind enemy lines. And if it gets me a front row seat to Ansel going down in flames, I'm game. Listen for my signal. When it hits the fan, and it probably will, you'll be there to get our people out safe. Extraction I can do. Just stay close and stay out of my way. Once we're in place, the rest is simple. You pull up images on the monitor. We head inside from the main entrance. From there, we'll move to the parlor where guests will be entertained. We sneak from the west exit from there, but we'll need a distraction. After that, we'll get into the bridal room. Needless to say, it will be occupied, but it's only room with the specific air duct access we need. Am I supposed to be writing this fucking shit down because it's in blue? The air ducts will lead us to a corridor with access to the vault. We crack the vault, snatch the royal jewels from the case. Head back to the throne room where the case will be brought up and unveiled as empty for all the world to see. After that, there's a small matter of escaping the palace, ducking the small army of security guards, and getting to our escape vehicle at the docks before reinforcements arrive. Any questions? A stunned silence hangs in the air. Just one. Is that what you're wearing, darling? Oh my god. Can I just leave? Can I just leave, seriously? Back in your room, Miranda lays out 2 outfits on your bed. I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of doing some shopping. The one option is sufficient, but the other is sure to make you blend in with royalty. After all, one does not show up to the crime of the century without looking one's best. Why? Were you hoping I get a perfect, crime shot when they arrest my ass? Well, if there's ever time to go all out, it's now. Buy this outfit to make an impact at the royal wedding and help sell your disguise. I look just fine. Basic black. No frills this time, just billless. Spoken like a con on a mission. And by all means, let's go get these jewels. You're beginning the final heist. These 2 chapters will give you your last opportunities to increase your high score. When all is said and done, the score will determine which ending occurs for you, Rye and Eris. You stride across the palace courtyard, testing your radio earpiece. Look alive, folks. Getting into position. Call the shots, boss. Beside you, Miranda adjusts her veil, walking with commanding poise and elegance. I'm assuming that's her asking how does she look. Absolutely perfect. Flatterer. I so love an excuse for new formal attire. As you approach, you hear a commotion from the guards up ahead. You're on the watch list. I can't let you pass. This is preposterous. Do you know who I am? Oh, I know exactly who you are. We've been warned about you. Take her away, boys. Stride coolly up to the entrance as the two guards escort the woman away. Good afternoon, sir. If you could be a dear and get us checked in, I would hate to miss any of the festivities. Of course. The guard turns his nervous eyes towards you, then looks up to his clipboard with uncertainty. Excuse me, I just need to verify a few things. Verify? Surely this is all unnecessary. Can't we just dispense with these logistics? Logistics are very important. We could have people showing up uninvited. I'm sure your compatriot here was trying to save your security firm some trouble. The trouble of terminating and replacing an employee after explaining a complaint filed Mr. Carlisle and the Princess of Monaco herself. You know what? You should just go on ahead. Why, thank you. What was that good, Ma? He and Miranda are ushered inside and directed to a parlor where newly arriving guests are milling about and servers offer refreshments. We're in Samira status. I've located the access panel outside the building and have started patching in. Feeling a bit exposed, though. Guard patrols could be here any second. And we better work fast. Rye, how's your team? I've talked our way in through the service entrance, and I've got the Pyro and Klepto with me. Everyone is convinced I'm service staff. It's my bartending days all over again. Edison, you ready for that nice, cozy hiding place? Ready as I'll ever be. And take these explosive charges. They are very small because they are very concentrated. This day just gets better and better. Rye, scout the place out. Get eyes on Ansel. Meanwhile, the rest of you have your marching orders and... The words are interrupted by a commotion across the room and Carlisle enters, addressing the congregation. Thank you all for coming and sharing in this momentous day. The only thing that would make it more momentous is a touch of that signature Carlisle flair. Which is why, as promised, I've brought out my private collection for all to enjoy. You're welcome, by the way. Emotions to glass cases positioned along the walls of the room, each displaying priceless artifacts and pieces of art, including Carlisle's diamond. You know, a familiar gem on the display for all to see. Carlisle's diamond. The New York job. Weird flex, but okay. Don't get distracted. This changes nothing. Eyes on the proverbial prize. John, I've opened up the panel and should be patched into the system in no time. You! Stop right there! Oh, this is a hiccup. Why? Me? Get away from there. Ah, Christ. You hear the voice of a guard over the comms. Samira whispers frantically. I've been made. 2 guards are inbound. You were tampering with that panel. Which panel? This panel? Enough, newbie. Follow this report. Take this joker to a holding cell. Yes, sir. You heard the man, Lena. Take Samira inside. In the parlor, Carlisle's speech continues. I get their plan. To catch her and put her inside instead of outside on the wall. The ceremony will begin soon, so until then, please have some refreshments. Enjoy yourselves. I paid my wedding coordinator a fortune, so Lord knows I'm going to get my money's worth. Charming. Not to alarm you, darling, but this crowd is growing fast. We'll need that distraction soon if we want to sneak out to the bridal room. It's on its way. So is an old friend of ours. Ah, Mr. Ulrich. Not great. Sivrep, where are we with the distraction? En route. This thing is heavy. Eris, if you want to get in here, I'm willing to switch places anytime, love. John, we've reached the main security office. Exactly where I want to be. Hey, who are you? I am a prisoner. Then why aren't you in a holding cell? That's a good question. You hear the thwack of a fist across the face and the thud of a body hitting the floor. You're up, Samira. Well played, Miss Ortiz. Honestly, my pleasure. Punching calms me. Yes, sponging the enemies off our cause feels righteous. Sure. I like the way I said it better. You feel a flurry of typing against you hear a flurry of typing against the keyboard. Technically hear or feel it if it's got enough bass. You know what I'm saying? Alright. I mean, surveillance cams show that the west hallway is clear. You just need to sneak out of that parlor. Copy that. One distraction coming up. You make your way over to Eris, who pushes a wheeled service cart displaying fine liquors, bar tools, and glassware. She begins making and serving cocktails to guests. And that's not going to draw attention? Eris, we need some cover. All eyes office, especially Ulrich's. Eris begins pouring mixtures from various bottles with quick, expert motions. You know, I can easily whip up something to take Ulrich out of commission temporarily. But if you want something more fun, something flashy and show-stopping that will get every person in the room to look, I can cook you up something special. What did you have in mind? And before diamond choice, Eris pours the mixture into a glass, and you can already smell the thick alcoholic fumes. A devious smile spreads across her face as she spins a small lighter over her knuckles. I'm an explosives expert after all. Unlock this special scene. Have Eris create a flashier distraction and increase your heist score. Nah, subtlety. Let's keep it small. You're the boss. You step aside, trying to blend into the crowd as Eris mixes up a cocktail for the approaching Ulrich. You, give me something strong. You got it. Eris fixes up a handsome cocktail, finishing with a curious, unmarked ingredient. Ulrich downs the drink absent-mindedly when... Oh, out of the way! I'm going to be sick! Ulrich bolts through the crowd, pushing people aside on his way to the nearest potted plant. The sounds of violent heaving fill the room, drawing the glares and gasps of the crowd. I think that's our cue to exit. Couldn't agree more, though I believe we're one short, Edison. In the commotion, no one notices Edison crawl out of the space inside Eris's service card. My chiropractor is going to love these. Across the room, you hear Carlyle bellow. What in the hell is going on? Someone sort this mess out, and where the hell is my goddamn wedding coordinator? A slender, bespectacled woman rushes to his side. Right here, sir. I assure you I'll be doing everything in my power to make this go smoothly. Oh, it's Whisper. Whisper shoots a cutting glance across the room, finding your eyes, and gives you a devilish wink. Hi. Not wasting a second, the three of you seize the distraction and leave the room unnoticed. You enter the bridal room. Miranda and Edison, on your heels, are immediately caught up in a wave of bustling activity. Princess Margaret stands in front of a large mirror, her hair and makeup being touched up, while her dress is tweaked and pinned into place. Guests aren't supposed to be in it. Miranda steps forward, ignoring the suspicious looks being cast your way. I heard you needed a last-minute rescue with the preparations. Margaret whirls around at the sound of Miranda's voice, her eyes wide. For a moment, they just stare at each other, as though no one else in the room exists. Then Margaret shakes herself. Yes, I needed some alterations on my gown. Everyone? Out! The fashion expert needs his focus. Her usher assistants out of the room, and Margaret makes no move to stop you as the room empties out. She only has eyes for Miranda. Miranda, you're really here. Stumbling a bit over the hem of her dress, Margaret hurries toward Miranda and clutches her arms. You really thought I could stay away? They gaze at each other, completely oblivious to you and Edison as you edge around the room. Rita, you look beautiful. Oh, the dress. Thank you. Margaret looks down at her wedding dress. Her face grows pale as she nervously smooths the lace. You don't have to go through with this. Don't I? Everyone's out there waiting for me. My family is relying on me. I can't just... You're the princess. You can do what you want. Tears shimmer in Margaret's eyes. She slowly lifts a hand to caress Miranda's cheek, lifting the fascinator veil out of her eyes. Right now, what I want is to steal a moment with you, Miranda. Suddenly, they both move at the same time, coming together in a kiss filled with longing of years gone by. Rita. With a soft smile, you turn away and follow Edison through a vent in the far corner and into the vault access hallway. Brrr. A grid of lasers stretches between you and the vault door, casting a red glow in the hall. Time for the fun part. How's your chiropractor gonna like this one? Edison cracks his knuckles and rolls his neck. Never seen a laser maze I couldn't get through. Watch and learn, mate. Really? You don't strike me as the dance with lasers type. There's more than one way to dance. Edison pulls a small canister out of his pocket, pops open the top, and sends it rolling across the floor. It stops in the middle of the laser grid for a moment, nothing happens, and then the hall fills up with smoke. Nice. You could give Eris a run for her money. That's nothing. These I learned to whip up back when I first started nicking from jewelry stores. This is the tricky part. He takes a couple of small compact mirrors out of his pocket and hands one to you. The smoke dulls the infrared scissors, so they're less sensitive to our body heat, which will give us the space we need to deflect them. Just follow my lead. I'll tell you where to point your mirror. Try not to bounce any lasers into me, alright? No promises. Edison steps forward and tilts his mirror, catching several laser beams, reflecting them off to the sides. Now, step into the space and make me a path on my right side. You carefully step between the lasers, angling your mirror so it catches a beam. Reflected to his right. Laser beam bounces off your mirror and onto the right wall, blocking Edison's path. Shh! Okay. Onto his right side, meaning on... Okay. His right might... Like, just shut up and go. Careful, John. Nearly got me. Sorry. Quickly, you aim the beam in the opposite direction, giving Edison space to step to the right. Now, see those beams that have crossed right through my chest if I take a step forward? Vividly. I'll clear space for you, and then you see what you can do with those. I'd rather not stoop, but I am still spry enough to step over them. With an expert flick of his mirror, Edison sends laser beams bouncing out of your way, and you take another few steps forward. Fuck the beams low. You angle your mirror so the laser beams bounce low across the floor, and Edison easily steps over them. Cheers. Much appreciated. Anytime. With a few more clever anglings of your mirror, you and Edison step through the smoke and around the laser beams. Until you make it to the vault door, you lift a finger to your earpiece. We've reached the vault. John, Edison, you've got to place my explosives exactly how I showed you. Once you've dealt with the lock, those babies will pop off the last hidden safeguard Ulrich designed. And maybe hurry, the guards are starting to suspect my shenanigans. You heard her. Let's get to it. You and Edison place the chargers strategically across the vault door. You notice that the surface is covered in locks, dials, and keypads. Talk about overkill. I guess Ulrich takes a kitchen sink approach to designing vault doors. You can say that again. You turn to find Edison has gone pale. Is something wrong? Why does it need so many computery bits? Who the hell puts a computer in a vault door? Let alone several. What are you saying? I'm saying this door is a bloody mess. They've got at least 3 sorting systems all tangled up like Christmas lights. We've had Ulrich's plans for weeks. You haven't looked at them until now? Of course I have. But it's one thing to look at a big door on a paper and another to stand humbled before it. Edison runs a hand through his hair, looking nervous. If it was just one tough lock, I could muddle my way through, but this, I don't know. Maybe I really am getting too old. Edison, I believe in you. Everyone's counting on you, and I know you can do this. The only question is, do you? Edison's eyes harden with resolve. I can do it, but I'll need your help. Just tell me what to do. Actually, I'll need you to tell me what to do. I can handle the fiddly work, but you're going to have to be my eyes. Edison leans close, eyeing a series of multicolored wires. It looks like we'll need to disarm each system in the right order before we blow the door. It'll trip a silent alarm. And I'll bet good money the alert goes straight to Hansel. Can you bring up those blueprints we lifted from Ulrich? 1 second. While Edison sets Eris's explosive charges around the door's perimeter, you pull up Ulrich's blueprints on your phone and begin to flick through them. Okay, let's see here. Laser grid, alarm matrix, sprinkler system. Suddenly, her beep. When you glance up, Edison is yanking a hand away from the vault in horror. Crap! What happened? I've triggered something. Ulrich must have recently added a touch sensitivity alert. In the center of the vault door, the panel blinks to life. 60, 59, 58. Son of a... It's a timer. We have to do this now. Right. Edison kneels, pulling out a bundle of lock-picking tools and fumbling with shaking hands. Okay, tell me what to do. You take a deep breath, casting your eye over a tumbler lock, a combination dial, a keypad, and a control panel. Holy Mother of God! Okay. I'm hoping this is in order. Actually, just do this. Lock, dial, pad, panel. The timer shows 48 seconds remaining. Lock. Edison attacks the tumbler lock with a pick and hook. Come on, you little... You hear buzz. Edison yanks the pick-locking tools out, agitated. It won't open. I think we're doing this out of sequence. What am I f***ing supposed to do? Check the blueprints. Oh god. You study Ulrich's blueprints, frantically scrolling. Okay, I think we have to disable each system in the order where they were installed. How the hell are we supposed to do that? You whip through the page after text, and dense black text and 3 colorful letters catch your eye. RGB? What does that mean? Don't, clock, sticking. Timer shows 30. Red? Red, green, blue. It spins the dial left and right with inhuman dexterity, and then you hear a soft click. Got it. The timer shows 21 seconds. Green. Edison attacks the tumbler lock with a pick and a hook. Come on, you little... You hear a click. Aha, got it. Shows... Oh my god. Okay. Blue, keypad. Edison pries with the face of the keypad, tapping into microchip. Chip heads with an electrified needle. Almost got it. Keypad screen goes haywire, a green light blinks on. That's it. Edison lifts the blast detonator. Step back. You jump to the side as Edison squeezes the trigger. A dozen tiny blasts go around the frame like a machine gun fire, and the vault door falls open. Oh, that was like with 1 second left. You and Edison high five. Ah. Looks like experience counts for something after all. Charges detonated, and no alert from the building's seismic sensors. No one is the wiser. We're all clear. Those explosives were calibrated to the milligram. Mama Bear's porridge is always just right. After you, John. Over the vault door to reveal a stark, cozy space. A wheeled display case covered in a sheet of velvet stands, centered in the room. You pull the sheet back to reveal a stunning set of priceless jewels. Beautiful. Oh, now that is a sight to behold. Edison makes a short work of the locks on the case, and you begin removing each jeweled piece. As Edison begins packing the jewels in a duffel, you pull out a second bag of your own. Splitting the take, the old eggsy-daisy, a split and a scramble. Not quite. A pick and a poke, clever. Say no more. You pack the bags, place the velvet cover back over the case, and make your way out. Time to run. I would have put fake jewels back and triggered the crap out of them as they never knew until it was way too late. Things are heating up in here, John. You, bartender, you gotta pack your stuff and get out. Carlisle's pissed and the ceremony's starting. What the hell is going on in the parlor? Look alive, kids. Ansel's on the move. Need assist in the intercept. So we have your thief, grifter, your muscle. Okay, so we need a hustle. We're already done on that part. Let's try the grifter. Brenda, you heard Rye. Ansel's mobilizing. Let's give him a run around. Understood. Rita, I must be going. There's some business I must... Shh. Better if I don't know. Go on. Are you two girls done already? Moments later, you hear Miranda in the throne room. Mr. Crane! No autographs just now. I'm very busy. Please, sir. I don't feel safe. I spotted a suspicious man in the palace, counting guards and security cameras. Rye. Where did this man go? Outside. He left on a motorcycle. You've gotta catch him. Ah! Ansel rushes outside and climbs into the backseat of a lone security car, waiting for out front. The man just left on a motorcycle. After him now. Driver turns and smiles from the front seat. Right away, sir. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. I guess you're muscle next. Lena, we've got an insubordinate server down in the parlor. I think security should escort her out. On it. You're disturbing the guests. I've got to take this to Ansel. Hey man, I really need this job. You've got a lot of nerve, lady. Management's gonna want a word with you. I've got it from here, Doug. Sure, but my name is actually... Thanks, Doug. Later. You're a thief. Edison, back the way you came. Get those jewels clear out of here. Aye, aye. You hear the clamor of the parlor over the radio. Parlor, an echoed shuffling as Edison climbs back into the service card. The things I do for my crew, and glory, and a lot of money. It seems our errant bartender has left her cart unattended. Comfortable in there, Eddie? Ho! Whisper. Yes, it's a luxury sedan down here. Don't worry, this cart is going back where it belongs, to the kitchen, near the rear exit. Thanks for the save, Lena. Just doing my job. What would you do without me? Have you came to watch the show from the security cams? Eris, we've got a great view. No, I'm off. I got other plans upstairs. Be good while I'm gone, kids. Meanwhile, you navigate your way through the palace, capitalizing on the chaos in the parlor. I'm making my way to the throne room. Rye, sit rep. The ceremony is about to begin, and Ansel will be indisposed for a while. He's off riding a blind man's chariot. Somewhere on the streets in Monaco. Where are we? Take me back to the palace. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. I thought we'd do some sightseeing. You hear a screech of tires as Tilly takes a turn particularly fast. I order you stop this car. Let me out. No can do. We're just getting started. Ansel starts shouting frantically into his phone. Back up! I need backup! But the call reroutes to Samira. John, since we hacked Ansel's phone at the rehearsal dinner, I'm redirecting all his calls to myself. What should I say to keep him busy? Let's have some fun with him. Tell him he's reached Saul's Pizza. What kind of grandson never calls? You're sick of his telemarketing calls. Okay. So this was worth the diamonds. What kind of grandson never calls? Oh my god. on a high-pitched, quavery voice to answer Ansel's call.
Davy, is that you? I was just waiting here by the phone thinking maybe today my grandson will finally call.
What? No, I wrong number. Ansel scrambles to hang up and read off.
Davy, did you just hang up on me? I didn't hear so well these days, but you wouldn't do that to your Graham, would you?
I'm not Davy. Can you hear me? I'm not your grandson. You hear Ansel cursing in the background as he hangs up and redials again.
Listen here, young man, what kind of grandson goes weeks without calling his grams and then hangs up on her? I'm very disappointed in you, Davy.
This time Ansel does not call back. As you stop, I expect a generous tip. You hear the sound of brakes as Tilly finally pulls over. What? You can't just... You're gonna leave me here? I can't get a single call through this damn phone. Do you know how long it takes me to get back on the house on foot? Then you better start running. Good job, Tilly. We'll see you at the rendezvous point. You hear grand processional music echo through the palace as the wedding ceremony begins down in the throne room. You rush down the long hallway when suddenly a flash of motion rushes out at you. Whoa! Suddenly, stunned. You slowly notice the hand pinning you against the wall, the slender wrist now handcuffed to yours. Sonia. I've got you now, John. And you're not going anywhere. Well, I wasn't planning on it, gorgeous. I was actually hoping to find you. Next time on Monaco, smash and grab and run like hell. So speaking of smash and grab, I'm not going to do my regular outro like I typically do. I'm going to leave that to the professionals, and by professional, I mean me. Peace out, guys.